Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you are in the world, welcome and thank you for joining us. My name is Carl Anthony, and this is AutoVision News live at AutoSens and InCabin USA 2024. We're in the heart of the Motor City at the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit. We are joined this morning by Modar Alaoui, founder and CEO of Eyeris AI. Modar is an artificial intelligence expert, technologist, and a leading figure in computer vision AI for human behavior understanding, modeling, and prediction. With Eyeris AI, he has combined over a decade of experience in computer vision and applied human-centric AI for next-generation automotive applications. Modar is a frequent speaker and keynoter on human-centric ambient intelligence as the next frontier in AI. Modar's work has been featured on Bloomberg, the Wall Street Journal, Wired, Time Magazine, CNBC, Reuters, Fast Company, and more. Modar, welcome.
Thank
you for being here.
Thank you so much, Carl, for having me again.
So good to connect again. Tell us about this new production reference design that Eyeris AI recently announced.
Yeah, so thanks again for having me. We've introduced a reference design that makes it easier for OEMs and Tier 1s to take software, combine it with two pieces of hardware, a camera sensor hardware as well as a compute processor hardware, and we've put it all together with a couple of partners and made it easier for OEMs and Tier 1s to take it and prototype with it rapidly and hopefully make it into production in shorter time than usually it would take.
Right. Modar, this idea that you have, taking the software, combining with the hardware, why is that significant for OEMs and Tier 1s? What's the advantage of them leveraging that Eyeris AI platform?
For customers and the automotive industry in general, it's all about efficiency and reducing risk.
Sure.
So it is a reference design that increases time to market, reduces risk when it comes to combining different components of a whole solution, if you would.
Sure.
And it is just something that makes it easier for different departments of engineers within the particularly advanced engineering within the vehicle or the automotive ecosystem to kind of take it and run away with it and make it a success and further integrate if needed for their particular use cases, but we just make it a lot easier, lower cost and lower risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Modar, I want to just rewind the clock just a little bit to about a year and a half ago. So we see here at AutoSens and InCabin other 3D sensing technologies. Time of flight is a big one, and there's other legacy sensors. But when we look around, we really don't see anything similar to what Eyeris AI has. And that was when we had first met, talked at the inaugural InCabin event in Brussels. Nothing like what Eyeris AI has. What's your thoughts on that? Why is there not any sort of duplicate?
Quite frankly, we're also kind of, ask the same question, but I think it all comes down to first mover advantage, significant amount of research and development we've done early on. I think also it helps that we have what we consider the world's largest humanistic in-cabin data set, so it's natural data from humans, not simulations, and just a little bit of a secret sauce that enables any one of our AI models to regress depth information from standard 2D cameras, including the latest 5-megapixel image sensors.
Sure. That secret sauce for the future. What's on the horizon for Eyeris AI? Are we talking 3D features, compute efficiency? What's next?
It's a little bit of everything. When it comes to AI and computer vision, it's multiple components that need to work together.
Yeah.
in parallel. So we're definitely doubling down on 3D features because the world is in 3D, and if we leverage standard 2D image sensors that are inexpensive and provide the highest quality, I guess, of image analysis, then it's just natural for us to double down on 3D features. Think about monocular 3D features that go beyond just face, body, hand tracking, object, surface recognition. We can go all the way out to point cloud, basically regression, where every single pixel can return a certain depth value, not just zones of interest or regions of interest within the in-cabin sensing. We're also doubling down on understanding the entire cabin. We call it a whole cabin understanding instead of just focusing on the human element or the object element or the surface element. We're leveraging Gen AI, and so you hear about LLMs. Obviously, there is something else for vision called large vision models, and so it's LVMs, where we could leverage the Gen AI models to understand everything with a single within a single framework, if you would. And lastly, compute is really important.
Sure.
So as we double down on 3D features, sometimes the compute would increase, but we have a long kind of roadmap for compute efficiency, quantization, pruning, doing more on the edge. We've announced before processing on ISPs, and so we're kind of doubling down on that because the throughput of these AI-enabled image sensor chips is increasing every day.
Sure.
And so, it's like I mentioned, a combination of all of this is what we look forward and what we expect to have rolled out in our products roadmap.
Right. Modar, at the beginning when I introduced you, in your bio, human-centric ambient intelligence. What is that? What does that mean when we see that and hear that?
It's literally focusing on the human element of AI in order to augment human intelligence. This entire automotive industry at first has been, or maybe autonomous vehicle industry, has been focused so much on external perception. And we're now seeing the ramifications of that. We're happy to see more focus on the in-cabin. Our motto is what's on the inside matters most. We talk about humans and human lives. There are 30,000 accidents in the U.S. or deaths in the U.S. that happen almost every day, and so, every year rather. And so the numbers have not gone down, although the mileage have increased dramatically. And so focusing on the human elements and using AI to increase safety first, and then productivity and comfort and convenience later on, is kind of the bedrock of the company and what we've built. The Eyeris AI recently on, and this segues into ambient intelligence. So imagine any environment within the vehicle or even outside of the automotive industry in general, leveraging intelligence that augments humans' performance and predicts and caters to humans in order to save them time, help them with tasks, some sort of co-pilot or some sort of intelligence that is baked into the fabric of everyday life, whether at the office or at home or even in the vehicle. And so that is the premise of ambient intelligence. It's intelligence that understands humans' needs, predicts them, and offers them before even the human asks for some of these things.
Modar, I always enjoy speaking with
Thanks
you.
so much.
Truly, and when we first met at the inaugural InCabin event in 2022, I think our first interview was about monocular 3D sensing at the time. That was in your press release at the time. And when you had said the world is in 3D, that was very eye-opening to me.
Right.
The light bulb went on, and I thought, well, that makes sense. You're right. And this human-centric ambient ambient intelligence, same thing. I'm having the light bulb turn on. How did you develop an expertise in this? How does one develop an expertise in human-centric ambient intelligence? Where did you get your background from in this?
It's probably a couple of decade-long interests that stemmed from what we used to call human behavior understanding or consumer measurement understanding, except that the technology at that time was not this kind of advanced. My background particularly is in human and user measurement with technologies, and so my other background is in computer vision and AI, and so combining the two together makes sense to augment human-centric intelligence using the latest. It traditionally was machine learning and then deep learning, and now, obviously, with the advent of Gen AI, we see this developing before our eyes. It's been a long journey, and so it's also a passion of mine, not only in increasing safety within the automotive industry, but also leveraging AI to augment human performance.
Yeah. Modar, I have the utmost respect for you.
Thanks so much.
Truly a pleasure. Let's do this again sometime sooner, hopefully, than later. But in the meantime, from all of us at AutoVision News and Sense Media, have a great rest of the show. Thank you. Safe travels back home. And again, I've truly enjoyed this.
Thanks so much, Carl. Thanks for having me.
More to come from AutoSens and InCabin USA 2024 at the Huntington Place in downtown Detroit alongside Modar Alaoui. I'm Carl Anthony, AutoVision News.